Welcome back to The Word. I'm your host, Max Dutton, reporting for the Baker Orange. On this week's episode, we'll check in with how the Baker community responds to diversity and inclusion, get a glimpse of the blood drive this week, and wrap up with the 2-minute drill. Now let's start with the Baker Orange News Rundown. On March 25th, the Baker University Symphonic Winds and Jazz Band held their first in-house concert in Rice Auditorium since the start of the pandemic. Though they were able to have an outdoor concert last October, this was the first opportunity where the band was able to have their own stage. However, only Baker students and faculty were able to attend due to social distancing concerns. Severe thunderstorms and tornadoes are hallmarks of spring and summer in the Midwest. But current weather patterns may make this year's storm seem more intense than most. Meteorologists have predicted the 2021 tornado season may be more severe than usual due to the weather phenomenon known as La Niña. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration defines La Niña as an occurrence of cold water in the Pacific Ocean pushing toward the surface, resulting in a northward polar jet stream. Dr. Randy Flowers has become a well-known name at Baker University. After almost 10 years of serving as the Assistant Dean of Students and Director of Student Life at the university, Flowers decided he needed a new challenge. Starting in April, Flowers will be working outside of higher education for a rapidly growing appraisal company by the name of RSDS LLC. Remaining somewhat in the realm of education, Flowers will be in charge of developing and leading future appraisers. We all wish you the best of luck in your new journey, Randy. To read the full version of all of these stories, visit thebakeraorange.com. Now let's check in with Brendan, who spoke to a member of Baker Mangano about diversity and inclusion.
On Tuesday, March 30th, the BUnity Club held a rally for diversity, equity, and inclusion on the steps of Parmenter Hall.
So BUnity is an organization that Baker started for inclusion, diversity, and equity. You know, it's a new generation and there should be more inclusion with everyone. The purpose of the rally was to try to bring staff together as well, because we can start first as students, but I know the staff can have a major impact. So we want to bring the staff, students, and we just wanted to tell what is our purpose, what we did during these weeks, and just to thank whoever decided to listen to us and at least tell us that they acknowledge these issues and they're aware of them. It went pretty well, and there was other students who, even though they were just passing by, they kind of stood there listening for a bit. So even if it wasn't like a big crowd, it still meant a lot for them to just show up. So Mangano, I believe, started a few years back, and its main goal is to bring together as a family. I believe Mangano was a word that means brothers and sisters, and with Molcajete, me and my best friend decided to make it to bring awareness about the Hispanic Latinx community. T is the LGBTQ community club that we have in campus. These clubs are made to, make everyone feel like we're in a family. They're made to not discriminate anyone, no matter their race, their gender, what they identify as. We're all human and we should just come together.
Let's check in with Marissa and Dara, who covered the blood drive this week.
Hey Baker Wildcats, it's Marissa Shimke. Today, April 1st, Baker University held a blood drive with American Red Cross. Let's hear from those who were involved.
I've been donating blood since high school, and there's just something different about giving a piece of yourself, almost quite literally, to somebody else. I like the idea and the emails that I get when they say, "Oh, your blood's going to a pair of twins in Texas," and stuff like that, and just makes me feel good. It doesn't take too much time. I never have too much trouble, and it just makes me feel good. It's something that I can feel good doing.
It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've done it since I was 16, and both my parents have done it for years, so it's kind of a family tradition.
Today I just kind of wanted to get involved more with the community and help out in any way I could. Since I'm in season with sports, I can't donate, so I wanted to donate my time to help out everyone else.
I'm volunteering today just to give back to the community and just help out fellow Baker students who are also helping out the community.
Ainsley Nordis, a freshman member of Baker Serves, put together the blood drive with the help of Gary Handy.
Service can come in lots of forms, and so we try to find some different ways for students to serve other people, whether it be the Baldwin City community or further. And one of those is giving. So sometimes it's money, but oftentimes it's other things. And so blood is one thing that we can, on a regular basis, know that we can contribute.
Thanks to everyone who saved a life today. I'm Marissa Shimke.
Brendan is back to fill you in on all you need to know about Baker sports this week.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Brendan Hola, filling in for Adam Cook, and this is the 2-minute drill. Let's get rolling. We start off with the Baker baseball team. The boys have 5 games since we last met, which began with a 2-8 loss to Ottawa last Wednesday. They then turned around and played a 4-game set against conference rival Benedictine College over Sunday and Monday. Benny took down Baker 11-1 in Game 1 and then 7-3 in Game 2. On Monday, Baker walked off Game 1 in the 10th inning for a 10-9 dub, but then dropped the final game against the Ravens 6-5. The team plays next on April 2nd in Cedar Rapids, Iowa against the Mount Mercy Mustangs. The women's soccer team faced off against the Coyotes of Kansas Wesleyan last Wednesday night, falling 0-2. They then returned home to Liston to play against Midland University on Sunday, ending in a decisive 4-0 dub for the Wildcats. They play next on Saturday, April 3rd at Liston Stadium. Women's bowling made history as they competed in the inaugural NAIA Bowling National Championship. The women's squad came into the championships ranked 4th in the nation, and that's exactly where they finished. The outdoor track and field teams were also active this Saturday as they hosted the Baker Relays. For the women, there were 2 first-place finishers, Talisa Stone in high jump and the 4x800 relay team. Kennedy Comstock finished 4th in javelin, but qualified for the 2021 NAIA Outdoor National Championships. For the men, there were also 2 first-place finishers, Hunter Crom for javelin and Liam Barnsby for the 5,000-meter run. And Crom's javelin throws were good enough to qualify him for the NAIA National Championships at the A standard. Justin Moore was also able to qualify for nationals at the B standard for 110-meter hurdles. They compete again over April 9th and 10th in the Grandview Invitational. Lastly, we have men's and women's tennis who competed on Saturday at William Woods University. The Baker men's squad lost 1-6 and the Baker women were shut out 0-7. The teams both faced off against Quincy University directly after, where both teams lost their matchups by a score of 1-6. The teams hit the courts next on Friday at Missouri Valley College. Good luck to both teams. That's all we got for this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill. Tune in next time for another rundown of your Baker athletics. Back to you, Max.
Thanks, Brendan. Before we end this episode, we're excited to announce that we will be hosting another Late Night at the Word in 2 weeks. There will be a live audience again, and we will have some awesome giveaways. Next week, we'll be preparing for the live show, so there will not be an episode of The Word. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Word. Remember to keep up to date with all things Baker Orange by following us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Baker Orange. While you're at it, you can also follow the Instagram and Twitter pages for our show at BU_The Word. See you in 2 weeks.